Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dirt Grain Steel. So I didn't get as far today in the video that I started this morning on the John Deere 720 diesel project. We got the transmission for the pony motor put back on the pony motor, and it got nicer out. It warmed up a little bit and it dried off, so we decided to come over and strip off the topsoil for a horizontal well. This project, it's 1,000 foot of stripping. We're stripping the topsoil off because if anybody is familiar with a horizontal well is basically a drain tile that's buried 20 foot deep in the ground, and the tile takes the water in, and then at the end they have a riser pipe, and you can either put a submersible pump in it or you can suck out of it with a centrifugal irrigation pump. So the idea of stripping off the topsoil is because when they use the chain trencher to put the tile down 20 foot deep, it churns up so much of the water sand, the white worthless sand, the little gravel and stuff. And if you were to do that right on top of your normal grade, you would end up with all that white, nasty, worthless sand on top of the ground, and nothing would grow in it. So by coming in and digging off this topsoil, we are able to come back with the dozer after the well is put in. We grade off all that white, nasty sand, and then we bring all this topsoil back over the top, grade it all off, and eventually it'll all mellow back out, because there'll be a slight hump here for a little while, but eventually it all mellows back out and you don't even know it ever happened. So if you don't do that, nothing grows, and you have 1,000 foot long strip of nothing. We actually have two of these wells ourselves. Our wells are only 700 foot long. This one's going to be 1,000. They kind of do it, the availability of water kind of determines the length of the well. The longer the well, the more absorption rate that you get, the more water will end up in the well itself. So our wells are in kind of a bed of pea gravel, so they have plenty of water that comes to them, and we're putting out I think it's 1,700 to 1,800 gallon a minute we can get out of our wells at home. So Dad's simply just taking the 270 with the 10-foot ditch bucket, and he's just digging off this top layer of topsoil right here and just piling it over to the side. We'll walk down here and we'll get a little closer view. These don't really have to be too straight or anything, just so they're this wide, and the floors of them don't have to be perfect. The big tile machine that they use is like a 245 cat excavator that was converted to a big trencher, basically. They're pretty cool. Big V12 cat motors in them. And when you stand next to them, the ground shakes when they're digging. It's a pretty cool experience. But we'll come down here. So all he's doing is chasing that black top layer. And it don't lay in there very uniform. I mean, it goes up and down, so he's just trying to chase that black layer. I mean, if you get a little sand, that's no big deal. That don't hurt nothing. It's definitely, the sand that's up here is better quality than it's way down there. So like I said before, I wanted to get a video today. And I thought, well, this will be a good subject to video. And we'll get some video when we close it back up, and I'll show you the finished project or product. Hopefully, maybe we can get some video when they're here putting the well in. Hopefully, I'll have to ask permission first. 'Cause I know before they really didn't want anybody videoing them due to people copying what they do, but I don't think that's a deal anymore. But you should always ask before you just randomly video somebody. And it's not the same, it's the same drain tile as what we use in fields, but it's a thicker it's a heavier drain tile with a heavier nylon sock. It's a little higher quality. But the riser pipe at the end is either steel or PVC pipe. It's kind of getting dark. Can't really tell it in the video, but it's getting fairly dark. So, anyways, while I got you on video, I got a call from Arkansas today. Tom at the Mulehead Company, or Mulehead brand company, where I get my mule wipes from, and our old Rusty's penetrating oil, called me and invited me to be an official brand ambassador for their company. So he said that one of my viewers had contacted him and brought it to his attention that I've been making videos using their products. And to whoever that is, I greatly appreciate that you reached out to them and told them about me. Because now I get to try products for them, and I'm a representative for their company. So he's going to be sending me some stickers and a banner for my shop, and some new penetrating oil that they have out. He's going to send for us to Dad Strength and I to try and see what we think of it and give our input on it. So that's pretty cool. Opportunity, and super nice guy. Actually, I got a message this morning on my Dirt Green and Steel Facebook account from Corey, one of their I don't know what you call him, one of the representatives of their company, I suppose. He said that he'd like to talk to me and get some of my input on their products. So I said, well, I'm kind of tied up this morning, so if you could maybe give me a call later, I'd give you a call. Well, he's like, we'll call you around 2 p.m. I'm like, perfect. So the actual owner of the company, Tom, called me, and I thought that was just cool as can be. So they're down in Arkansas, and super nice people. We had about a half-hour long phone conversation, and he invited me on board, and I was like, sure, I'd love to. So pretty cool. It's going to be a pretty cool experience. This whole YouTube thing has been a great experience. I appreciate everybody that's been watching my videos. I never thought I would get this far in it, and I'm having a good time doing it. You know, I've learned a lot from viewers that have commented on some of my problems that I've had and videos that I've made of problems I've had. I know I got a guy that's been with Cleaner Combines for years, and every time I have a bearing issue or can't figure out a bearing number, he puts it in the comments, so that works out great. But it's just been a really great experience, and I'm really glad that I done this. January 1st, well, we've been through this before. January 1st, I decided to start with the YouTube and go official with it. A lot of my friends said, you really need to get into YouTube. You really need to start videoing your projects, because it would be, you know, a lot of people would love to watch you. And I never thought that people would watch me like they do, but I guess I do a lot of interesting things. So I'd just like to thank everybody again for, you know, following me on my adventures and going with me. And in fact, today, Dad Strength and I went over and started making preparations to get the old Great All home. So we're going to be trying to do that here pretty soon. It's actually about 5 miles away from where we're at now. So we're going to probably take the 270 over there and use the 270 to pull it up on the lowboy and bring it home. So, or we might just get some batteries and throw in it and get it running and get it up on the trailer under its own power. So sadly, somebody took the batteries out of it and cut the battery cables off of it for scrap. So somebody kind of stole those, but we got measurements and stuff and for battery cables, and figured out what batteries we need, what hoses we need, and what fluids we need to get it running. So anyways, that's enough of me just rambling on. We're gonna see if we can get finished with this today. Sun's about down anyways, so I'm gonna go back and get in the truck with Dad's strength. It's getting kind of cold out. So anyways, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one.